go, Ben.
Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Sometimes you think you have things all figured out, and then you realize, well, maybe not. Now, if I've learned anything, it's that you can't live a lie. Well, I really didn't think it was a lie, actually. You see, I loved Carrie. I did. I can't deny it. And I still do, in a way. She's one of a kind. Crazy Carrie, full of the Dickens and full of life. Well, until I came out. Oh, and what a challenging time that was. Carrie was my world for so many years. She swept me off my feet with her humor and zest for life. I was so young, 21 or maybe 22 at the time. Saying I'd led a sheltered life up until then was an understatement. Long story. But Carrie, well, she blew into my life and I fell for her. Like I said, she was so full of life. She had a light and a sparkle. I don't know, she just sort of. Well, I was on a tour as a musician in a road show, Oklahoma for God's sakes. Carrie was one of the dancers in that show. She was cute and bubbly, a few years older than me, but it never seemed to matter. I don't know what it was she saw in me, but she took quite a liking to me. And she did teach me a lot of things, especially in the bedroom. Well, what did I know? A 21-year-old virgin with a conservative upbringing, a strongly discouraged sex before marriage, let alone having sex with a man. Whatever thoughts I had about that were squashed from brainwashing. Suppress, suppress was my mantra. Well, Carrie and I continued dating after the tour, and within a year or two, we got married. It seemed like a logical thing to do, that and having children. I'd always imagined myself a father. Just never quite figured out how I was going to do that. Carrie made it simple. I managed to play the role of a straight white middle class husband and father quite convincingly. Carrie was a great mother. She continued on with the theater, and I found myself in the world of computer nerds and felt right at home with the conservative brainy types buried in programming and systems. And if I say so myself, I was pretty good at it. So I eventually started my own business, so Carrie never actually had to work. I was enthralled with her theater friends and always enjoyed having them around. Lots of parties over the years. Oh, we had so much fun together, so many good times. We laughed a lot. She had the best laugh, but there was always this something stirring inside of me, a sort of sadness. I don't know. It was like somebody else was locked up inside, but who's kidding who? I knew what it was. Of course I knew. Well, our schedules were pretty crazy, so it was easy to step out and explore without Carrie or anyone else knowing. It didn't take very long to confirm who I really was. Talk about a late bloomer. I explored whenever I had the chance. It was easy hiding it, but not living with it. Carried plenty of guilt and, frankly, shame, and the stress of leading a double life started to take a physical toll on me. Oh, sure, the whoring around was fun in the moment, but each encounter inevitably left me feeling worse once the excitement wore off. Despite my confusion, I had enough awareness, though, to realize that I was actually not a promiscuous man by nature. But whatever it was, I still couldn't name what I was actually searching for. It wasn't just about the sex, that much I knew. Fact is, Carrie and I always had a decent sex life, but I always had a deeper longing for something else that she just couldn't give me. Something just wasn't computing. This was a time of unbearable conflict for me. I love my wife, and I wasn't ready to upset our lives and freak out my kids by facing the inevitable. Distinctly remember the waves of self loathing whenever I faced the fact that my behavior was selfish and wrong and contrary to my deeply held values. As much as it tore me up inside, I hate to admit that the best I could do is to just push it all away, to not even think about it. Well, I put on a good front for some time, but I could feel the mask slipping more and more each day as I wondered what it would just be like. Fall asleep, fall asleep and never wake up again. How to, well, one night, Carrie went out to do her thing, and I found myself yet again at some stupid bar, searching for something I couldn't name, and drinking more than I should in a futile attempt to wash away my guilt. I finally couldn't take any more. I went outside for some fresh air and to clear my head. My burden must have been pretty obvious because I soon felt a gentle hand on my shoulder. Rough night, he said. At that moment, everything changed as I looked up, his kind eyes drawing me in. Rough night, rough life, I replied. Well, he said his name was Frank Bailey, and he offered to buy me a drink. I just wanted to get out of there. So instead, we both got up and went to a nearby coffee shop just to talk, and we wound up talking all night long. He wasn't quite what I expected, but he was everything I needed. And suddenly, everything just came into focus. I sensed that the new, no, my real life was beginning. Not long after, we had our first real date. The rest is history, as they say. There was no turning back after I fell in love. Frank Bailey. But now I had to act, to finally do the right thing. Telling Carrie and my kids was the most difficult thing I ever had to do. But I was so relieved to finally say it, to get it out in the open. Because this enormous weight that I had carried for years was finally starting to lift. The next few months were a nightmare for her and rough on the kids. Even though I moved out immediately and started to get on with my real life, no more pretending. I knew it was tough, and it was, and the family certainly went through a tremendous adjustment, but God bless them. My children did not disown me. They actually liked Frank and seemed to accept him. Well, it's been 5 years since then. 3 nights ago, Carrie called me and said she wanted to see me and needed to talk to me about something, but wouldn't tell me what it was. I wonder if she'll even show up.
Hello,
Probably.
Benjamin.
Carrie! Well, what are these for? You always used to bring me white.
Yeah. Yes, Ben, you did. But it's my turn to give something to you.
Oh, golly, I don't know what to say. Here, sit down, please.
Ben, thank you for coming. I wasn't sure you'd show up.
Well, of course I would. Are Betsy and Teddy all right?
Yes, the kids are fine.
And what about you? How's your dad?
Everyone is fine. Fine, Ben. That's not why I needed to see you. Benjamin, I better just spit this out before I lose my nerve.
Please, please, let's not do this again. Honestly, you know I never meant to hurt you. I'm sorry, but I am who I am. You know how long it took me to.
I know, Benjamin, I know. But you don't realize how hard it's been for me to try and accept that.
Yes, I do. It's taken me a long time to forgive myself and get on with my real life. I love Frank. It's made all the difference in the world to me. I know, it's still not what you want to hear, but Carrie, that is the truth, plain and simple. You got to.
Benjamin, stop. Stop. You don't have to explain anything anymore. This will probably surprise you, but will you ever be able to forgive me?
What are you talking about?
Benjamin, dear, my reality is that I love you, and I always will. I don't understand a lot of what happened to us, to you. I've spent the last 5 years being miserable because you left me. It doesn't matter anymore that it was a man. You left. We had a life together, and a good one as far as I was concerned. Now I'm alone.
Carrie, please, must we?
No, let me finish. I have hated you for doing this to me. But as a result, I have come to hate myself for hating you. I can't live like this anymore, Benjamin. And I think I have finally realized that you never really meant to hurt me. You were just trying to find yourself. I see that now, I do. So Ben, the only way for me to go on is to forgive you and ask you to forgive me.
Dear Lord, Carrie, I've waited a long time to hear. I don't even know what to say.
I need you in my life, Ben, even if it means in a new way. And because I love you, I want you to be happy, even if it means that you spend the rest of your life loving and doing someone else. Can we pick up the pieces and start fresh?
My dear Carrie, there's nothing to forgive. Look, I'm the one.
No. Now, Benjamin, it might take some getting used to, and you'll have to be patient with me. You know how hard transitions have always been for me, not my strong point. But I would like to try. What do you say?
Of course. Of course. Thank you. Well, this will make the kids very happy.
Yes, I think so too. I know so.
Well, tonight certainly didn't turn out anything like I expected it to. But I think it's time for us to go and tell the kids the good news.
Me too. Let's get out of here.
No, I am a lucky man. I have two loves in my life. Harry will make the effort now. I just know it. I never meant to cause her any pain. Hope to see that twinkle back in her eyes one day soon. Maybe some great, handsome, straight guy will sweep her off her feet. I know my Carrie. If that doesn't put the twinkle back in those baby blues, nothing will.
Come on, Ben. Let's skedaddle.
Okay, I'm coming.